All right, what is up, guys? We are back with Nanatsu no Taizai, chapter 289, Pride versus Piety. Um, let's just get into it, man. I really hope that Cell just doesn't fall in this chapter. Escanor's probably gonna wipe the floor with him, but I just want my boy to put up a fight. I hope Zell just doesn't go down easily, at least. Yeah, man, let's get into it. Honestly, Escanor should probably have no problem, which is whatever. But man, dude, this first panel is pretty sick, man. I love the art on it. Just like the intensity in his face. The one, what the heck is he? He's able to stand up totally fine without suffering any of the effects of ominous nebula. That power, where have I seen it before? Also pretty interesting that Chandler said that last chapter as well. So obviously, you would think he's referring to Mael. Like, has Chandler actually fought Mael once before? Because since he recognizes the power, then he must have, he's seen the grace before. So obviously, I'm curious if he's actually run into Mael before or something like that. All right, so you defeated Meliodas. If that's true, then that simply means that Meliodas wasn't being serious. He's far too powerful, but he has a bad habit of toying around with stronger opponents despite them. Well, I suppose he got what he deserved. But I am different. Be my opponent a lion or a fly, I will vanquish them with all my might. And Escanor just fucking brings down the axe. It looks like Zeldris actually blocked it pretty easily. Okay. Um, I love how we're like still getting a couple shots of like Meliodas's little cocoon or whatever. Okay, so he's even able to repel Escanor's attacks in the one form. Impossible. He's hardly even left with a scratch. Oh, okay. Zeldris actually left a crack in Escanor's weapon. Okay, in his divine weapon. Interesting. Oh, he threw it away too. He's like, I don't need it anymore. It seems you have no intent to throw down your weapon and beg for your life. Oh, is he already bringing out the boy, the divine sword? Oh my god. Divine sword Escanor. I can't believe he's already bringing out the boy, man. Jesus Christ, dude, his size. Oh my god. That fucking size, dude. The size difference. Oh man. I just can't take it seriously when when he's like that fucking huge, man. Um, alright, a karate chop, seriously. There is no living being that exists which can actually come within striking range of Master Zeldorus in one piece while his ominous nebula is active. Yeah, why is this human capable of this much power? That is true, he actually managed to like get through the ominous nebula. Because obviously previously Escanor and the rest of them couldn't even get within Zeldris's like range or like close to him. There's no mistaking it. That's a grace. Okay, so yeah, he is familiar. It belongs to our sworn enemy, the four archangels, Mael the Sun. Okay, cool. The power that the supreme deity granted the goddess clan, but that's a human. Mael's grace likely fell from him after he died, and then over the long passage of time it came to dwell within that human's body. That's exactly what you mean, isn't it, Chandler? Yes. Alright, so I don't understand. This war is a fate shared between the demon and goddess clan that transcends even time. So why would a human like you risk your life to fight in it? For what reason? All for the sake of my friends. Escanor. Oh, did he brought it up and then brought it back down again? I feel like Merlin is like slowly but surely she's like starting to like waver over like her feelings for Escanor. Like obviously she cares about him, but like I feel like slowly but surely she's like starting to like fall for him. This battle alone I feel like has done a lot to like try to waver her a little bit. This is bad. He's being pinned down. Friends, with that cruel, cold-hearted, emotionless Meliodas, don't make me laugh. Okay, Zeldris actually pushed him back. He's not the kind of man that would have such pure, naive, simple emotions. And I think he actually got some blood, maybe? Or maybe not. Alright, so Escanor just came right back down with another chop. And Zeldris is actually like straining a little bit. Okay, he actually got through the nebula. He destroyed his nebula. What is this? Zeldris's power over the area has disappeared. Well done, Escanor. Alright, so now everyone else can move in, right? Or are they just gonna strictly let this be a one-on-one fight? You succeeded in forcing him to dispel his ominous nebula. Alright, Zeldris jumped back. You're not getting away from me. Now he's pulling out one finger. Oh my god. Divine Spear, Escanor. Master Zeldoris. Pierce straight. Don't fucking tell me, dude. Oh, Escanor reverted back. Sir Escanor's form. They got us. I'm guessing Chandler had to step in. Yep. Nice. Darkness. But, okay, Zeldris is still up, okay. At that time, the two magic powers were dispelled from Zeldoris. Escanor had rendered him instantly unconscious from his attack to cause him to release his nebula. But the Prince of the Underworld awoke instantly. The time he was out was a mere zero point 0.8 seconds. And from that state, it would take the Demon King's power approximately 1 second to reactivate. So the nebula itself is about to come back. Gold Shining. Ryudicel? No, Ryudicel is gonna be the one to take out Zeldris. Oh no, man. That's absolutely not what I wanted. Okay. But I think Zeldris is still up. I mean, barely, but in that mere instant, the spreading darkness was blown away. A flash of divine light. Blinking before me will cost you your life. So, did, in that mere instant, the spreading darkness was blown away. So, like, Chandler's, darkness ability, did, Ryudicel, like, cancel it out? Is that what they're trying to say? Break him with the sun and finish him with the light. A Grace tag team finally crushes the impenetrable Zeldris. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not too sure. Like, because that would be like pretty interesting if Ryudicel did come in to cancel out Chandler's darkness or whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know what else Zeldris can do, man. I mean, he's still standing, but he looks like in a really bad shape. And then his sword too, I think, is like broken as well. So I don't know. I do have to say, I think my biggest takeaway, man, is I'm really glad that Chandler stepped in because Esnor was about to finish off Zeldris, like pretty easily. So I'm glad, like I'm pretty sure like a lot of people were like wondering, cause like we have seen Chandler use that ability before to make, the sky turn to night. We've seen him use it before, so we were all wondering like, why doesn't he use it now when there's someone who literally depends on, daylight for his strength. So like Chandler needed to use that ability. So I'm glad he actually like used it, to, stop Escanor for a little bit. Um, but I mean, he was just a little bit too late, man. Just a little bit too late. Um, yeah, man. I mean, I guess the fact, because let me see the breakdown again, because it took 1 second for like zero point 0.8 seconds for Zeldris to get his consciousness back, right? And then it took another second for his Demon King powers to reactivate again. So I'm guessing like in that second, like in that interval of time, that's when Ryuta self struck when he used his attack because um if he had waited after that 1 second, then Zeldris probably would have used Ominous Nebula again, and then Ryuta still wouldn't have been able to get in close for a decisive blow. But it's actually really cool on Ryuta's part that he actually got in there within that 1 second interval to cut down Zeldris. So I think you know, when you break it down like that, it's actually like pretty cool. Um, but man, I never imagined Unicell of all people would be the one to take out my boy Zeldris. But yeah, man, I don't know. Again, man, I mean, Zeldris is still up. He looks like pretty pissed off, man. So I don't know if he still has something up his sleeve for next chapter or what. But yeah, I don't know. I guess the fight itself, man. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Escanor's like spear attack with the finger. I thought that was like pretty cool. Just like the art in general for that panel was like pretty sick, man. Um, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I would have liked to have seen Escanor and Zeldris go a little bit more back and forth. Like I feel like Meliodas and Escanor did, but it's whatever. I think what we got was still like pretty cool. Um, and then so I guess like the last thing I really want to talk about is Zeldris saying in terms of Meliodas, like when you know he found out that Escanor was able to defeat Meliodas, um, he said I have to go back, but he said something along the lines of like Meliodas was probably just like playing around with you, like he probably wasn't serious. And if that's the case, man, if Meliodas was just playing, like I don't know if I believe that. Like, do you guys actually believe that Meliodas was like still holding back um against Escanor? I find that really interesting if he was. Like if he still had like a ton of power in reserve to use and he just didn't want to use it. Um Sounds a little bit like a coincidence to me. Like trying to justify Escanor being able to beat him, but hey man, if Zeldris is convinced that Meliodas was just playing around with you, then I guess I'll believe that. Um, but man, dude, that definitely makes me really curious as to like what does a like 100% serious Meliodas actually look like in that fight? Like if we actually would have gotten Meliodas when he's actually taking a battle seriously, which I honestly I thought he was when he was going up against the one. I thought he was going like I mean he was beating the crap out of Escanor. Um, I thought he was like 100% serious, but I'm that just to me like that makes my mind like run with the possibilities. Like what does that even look like? What does a 100% serious Meliodas even look like? And if he was 100% serious, then that battle probably would have turned out like a lot differently, I'm guessing. Just off of what Zeldris is saying. So, um, yeah, I mean, I guess that's that. But I think that's a really interesting tidbit. I don't know if Zeldris is lying or like just can't is just in denial that a human would be able to take out his brother. Like maybe that is something we have to look at. Um, or maybe he is actually telling the truth. But yeah, I don't know. Uh, Either way, man, I thought it was a cool chapter. I I, I like I like that it wasn't just Escanor that finished off Zeldris. Like I'm a little bit more accepting that it took you know like a team effort that it took two people to actually get the job done. So I think that's a little bit better than just Escanor coming in to save the day, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm a little bit more accepting of a tag team. But this still might not even be it for Zeldris. I hope not. I'm like, crossing my fingers that he's still got something left in in the tank. But we'll have to see next week. So Yeah, man, that's pretty much it for this chapter. Like, comment, subscribe for more Taizai, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.